Hey everybody, Courtney here, and I'm here to talk to you today about our plan to make our farm sustainable. I'm sorry, my dog has congestive heart failure and he is loud. I'm not great at editing, so I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way, and I'm outside now. I want to tell you a little bit about how we got here, and it's loud. My dogs are gonna be loud because they're gonna be excited to see me. We got this farm because we saved for many years. We were both very broke when we met 7 years ago, and over that 7 years we built up our businesses so that we could buy this farm. Now I'm gonna tell you, it's a hot mess right now. When we bought it, it was completely covered up with trees. It had grown up for 20 years. It used to all be pasture land, and the trees were really scrubby. They weren't trees that, gave oxygen back. They were evergreens. So we cleared a lot of pasture, and the plan is to make this a sustainable gardens, chicken coop, and a fish pond over the next couple of years. So I'm going to turn the camera around for a moment. So out here will be the okra, melon patch, peas. My husband's coming home tonight to clean all of that up. And as you span the back of the property, you can see lots of piles of brush and wood. We've been cleaning the property for years now. It's a slow process. Those two patches of grass where it's gone out there, that's where my donkeys love to roll around and scratch. I don't know why they do that, but they do, and I guess it keeps flies off. That little grassy knoll down by that hill, that's gonna be a fish pond at some point. So we'll have eggs and fish and vegetables. And we're coming back to me. I hope this doesn't make you sick. Hi Rosie, hi Pearl. Let's go back in the house. Now I'm gonna go to the front and show you the plans for the front. So bear with me. Oh my God, my dog, he coughs constantly. So he's 15 and he's on like $800 worth of medicine. Okay, so I'm out here in the front. There's so much pollen that it's like a grassy film of pollen. Last year we tried to plant, I don't know, landscaping, sorry, and it didn't work. My husband and I are not good at that. I am listening to a bunch of podcasts on gardening. I really want to get good at vegetable gardening. My husband is good at it, but he's just like the old country style way of gardening, right? So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. All right, I'm turning this around. All right, so down here, I know it's embarrassing, it's such a mess. We're going to build raised beds all around here and down here and down on the other side. And so that is what we're going to do on both sides of the house, and we're going to be planting vegetables. Down there where you see the track hoe, we used to have a trailer on this property when we purchased the house, or a mobile home. It was in really bad shape. It had mold. We sold it and had it moved. We're going to build a little 500 or 600 square foot cabin right there, which we're going to rent to my son, who has a high functioning disability. And then up here on the hill, it's very windy today. Past that little grove of trees, you can see a roof. Well, to the right, we own all that land, and up there we're going to build 2 cabins. All of this is over a span. Oh, you can see my donkeys. There they are. They might talk to us. They always want to be petted. Okay. So what's going to happen is over the next couple of years, we have a 7-year plan to be financially independent. Okay, I got to try to do this without making a loud noise. So my husband is 60 years old. He'll be 61 soon. He is probably going to stay at his job with the police force until he's in the court system, until he's about 65, and then he'll retire. He'll keep working the roofing company until he just gets sick and tired of it. Let me get away from my dog. sorry. It's worse in the afternoon with the pollen. My husband will be getting his retirement and his Social Security. With that and me working part-time, us having the house paid off and rental income, we'll have 2 long-term tenants and 1 will be vacation rental. With that income, we should make what we're making now or more a month, and we will not have any debt at all. So with having all the food plot and the chicken, the fish, growing our own vegetables, canning everything ourselves, we should be able to be completely sustainable even if I didn't work by the time I'm 55, so 6 years from now. And I plan to keep working. I love my job, but I want to cut back to about 4 days a week when I'm 55. And then by the time I'm 65 or 60, I might cut back, or even earlier, to 3 days a week. So that's my plan. That's what we've got going on. I want to tell you real quickly kind of how we got here. We both had businesses, but they were small kind of side hustle businesses. We both got divorced. We were married I was married for 20 years. I think he was married for 17. He'd been divorced a year when I met him, and I was going through a divorce when I met him. And we were broke. I mean, we were so broke. And he ended up taking a full-time job. He was working part-time running a dojo, had a part-time roofing and deck building and fence building business. And I was working at a nonprofit and had my yoga school. I built my yoga school up. Eventually, I took my job now as a medical yoga therapist, which I've done for 3 years, which is a full-time income. And I've worked my school. I said I would work my school until I had no debt except the mortgage, and that happened a year ago. I had commitments on the books. I had to finish those out, and I've been saving all of my profit from the school. Every time with my husband, we use any extra money. We live on our daytime salaries. So my medical yoga therapy job during the week, we live on that, and his job, his police work job. Anything we've made from the school or from working the roofing company after we pay our taxes, which are ginormous because I don't get taxes held out at work. After we pay our taxes, we save, we invest our money in our retirement, and then we take the rest and it goes into the farm or savings. That has allowed us to save up enough money to pay cash for the little cabin we're going to build. We have a ton of equity in the farm, and we have no other debt. So as we move forward, as we make money, we will save it and we will pour it into another cabin with no mortgage on the property. The rental income that comes in for those properties will go towards paying our mortgage, and we should have our mortgages paid off, this mortgage paid off. If we have 2 really good roofing years, it's possible that we could pay it off in 2 years. More likely, it's going to be 5 years. So that's where we are. That's how we're doing everything. And that's my sustainability plan. I will tell you, I have had really bad luck at gardening, but I've never educated myself. My parents are amazing gardeners. My husband is pretty good. I am trying to educate myself by listening to podcasts every day on beginning gardening, and really hoping that I can become a better gardener, because I really, just for health reasons alone, I want to grow my own food. And I don't really eat a lot of red meat, so I'm not interested in that. And I don't want to have chickens for meat. I just want for the eggs. And then if we have a fish pond, we can also do our own fish. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. I would love to hear your ideas. If you like this content, please subscribe and like this video. That helps the algorithm make it go up so other people see it. I know it's not edited, really done. I kind of am a shoot and talk kind of girl. I would love to hear what you've done, if you are on the road to financial independence, what your plans are long term, and what you do to hopefully retire earlier, what your retirement plans are. We're in our 40s, but we're definitely in that FIRE movement, even though it's kind of more geared to people in their 20s and 30s. I think it's great that so many young people are doing this now. Take care. Thank you.